I'm going to go ahead and add in a clip from a TikTok I did previously, which basically explains how we got to such crazy inflation and that this was all the fault of the banking system.
A lot of people are asking, how did we get to this inflation? Simple answer, because our financial system was broke. Yeah, you heard me, broke. See, back in September 17th of 2019, the financial system ran out of cash. Yeah, they ran out of cash. And it resulted in a credit crunch. So what did the banks do? They went to the money market funds, who said, yeah, we'll lend you cash at 10% interest. And typical with the banks, they ran to the Federal Reserve System, who started to inject cash into the system. Not just a little cash. They started with $50 billion. Now remember, these banks are supposed to be self-regulating. The next day they gave them $75 billion. Next day after that, $100 billion. Then they continued to throw in cash daily. Now if you think this is the first time, remember 2008? Well, guess what? This is the fourth time the Federal Reserve has had to do this since 2008. The tally of the loans by the Federal Reserve, $9 trillion. They ended up lending more than they did during the financial crisis of 2008. Fast forward to early 2020, the Federal Reserve injected $1.5 trillion into the banking system. How does this play out to our inflation today? Well, you remember we were supposed to be raising the interest rates, but the Federal Reserve wouldn't do it. Why? Because it would have impacted the banking system. Not about us, but about saving the financial system. They couldn't raise interest rates, and they couldn't stop pouring money into the financial system. So it was a choice between them or us. And that's why inflation is where it is, folks. Because once again, they don't care about us. And by the way, let's not forget that during this financial crisis, all the shareholders and top management were making a lot of money. The banks made $18 billion from PPP loan fees on top of all the money they got from the feds. Yeah, transitionary was our inflation. They knew from day one it was not going to be transitionary.
Okay, now we've been watching this play out all around the world. In China, they've had difficulty getting their money out of the bank. We've seen banks in Lebanon actually remaining closed and people cannot get their money out. We've also had people here in America complaining that banks are limiting how much they can withdraw of their own money. And we've been warned for a long time by many professional investors that a major storm was coming for us. We've seen companies cancel billions of dollars worth of orders. It's very apparent that this storm is coming and it's coming soon. So you're asking yourself, what should I be doing at this point in time? One of the things I would definitely say is don't keep all your money in the bank. There is no major bailout coming out for the banks right now. Reduce any debt that you may have. Be prepared for a possible loss of income. You may be either furloughed from your job, or you may find that your hours may be cut. And definitely prepare yourself for higher energy costs and for inflation to continue. The storm clouds have been brewing, and I would say at this point, we're getting ready to enter the storm.